too early in the morning for this argument for me. It is getting very specifically crazy about my first command today. I typed it again. You can remove one of my first though that I don't get to this stream. That'd be unfair. Spoopy, press the. Press the button, Spoopy. Press the goddamn button. Kara, I will trade you. I removed your first, but I will trade you. I will. Where is it? I can't fucking find it. There it is. I give you your bones for this. So, Kara, in terms of me launching that today, I'm calling us square. Like that's us square for today, regardless of that first that I took away. I'm calling us square for just that, because that is peak. That is peak. Can I just? I'll play it once more, because my brain was like, this needs something. This needs something, because I had the phone vibration and I had the notification noises and then I had the ducks, and you know what it needed? A brass band. Why does that work? Why does it need a brass band? Why do these geese need a brass band? Why does that work so well in my brain? I don't know. But it does, and we're rolling with it. We're just gonna I've not launched the game yet. We're just gonna roll with the black screen in the background. I'm very sorry I've not come up with an alternative book redeem today. So this is gonna be my fastest intro yet. Spoopy, congratulations on your unofficial first. No, wait. I've developed a habit now, and if I don't do it, we're gonna have problems. Hi, Spoopy. Moving forward. Yeah, then Kara pressed the button, which got them the first, but then we took the first away, but we traded the removal of said first for the release of the goose screen. So the goose screen is now tied to the Chim stem. So if you press the Chim stem, you might accidentally promote Happily Ever Kara. We'll just roll with that. Hello, Kara, Spoopy, welcome in, DollyWhiskers. Take Kara's away. I mean, arguably, Kara, you were ready to be angry at me. The first person that even suggested taking your point away was DollyWhiskers. I'm just saying, but the current leaderboard is Happily Ever Kara, Spoopy Dwarf, and Vulcan Ryan. Somebody needs to start. We need members. We need members. We need first redeemed. We need Jura to be here. Jura's always here on time and doesn't press the first button. Spoopy's always here on time and refuses to press the first button. This guy, I can't welcome him. I'm scrolling. Cursed! That water went down the wrong hole. Hurst, welcome in. I'm hoping you're having a good day. It's too early in the morning for this sort of argument. How is Tuesday working out for you? Is it good? The world is still there, I hope, or at least parts of it. Durandria, thank you for... Oh, God, that was creepy. Why did I say your full name? Jura. A, you're not my real dad. And B, thank you for the channel point community redeem and the thing, and where you put the channel points in the community thing, and then at the end of a 30-day period, I give all of those channel points back. It's all about saving up to 1 million. So someday, in the long, distant future, somebody in the community might make me stream for 30 days straight. Hello, Void. How is it hanging? I am also hydrating. You saw me. Cursed with the 15 stream streak. Cursed, it has only been... You've been here for 50... I think that's every single stream. Have you missed a single stream since you followed? I don't think you have. And thank you for shouting out, Void. And Time Lord's here too. Hello, Time Lord. How is it hanging? I'm still scrolling. Corner George looks particularly dapper today. And spoilers, that's my thumb. I would like to point out. I would like to point out that. I would like to point out that that's my thumb. I do have thumbs. It is now confirmed. I will spin the hat wheel. fedora, my ladies, my gentlemans, no, theydies. There we go. There, I got it. Great. Now I can never push the button again. I'm going to put a Sky one on there so they have to push it all the time. You know what we could do? Kara and Sky, you know what we could do? We could have a Sky Alakar one, and then we could have a Happily Ever Kara one, and every time one of those goes up, it adds to a counter, and then at the end of a 12-month period, the person with the most points wins this fucking argument, and we can stop with the fake rivalry, right? We could just stop it. Like, there would be a winner, and then it would be done. Well, they're still here. No sun yet today, though. I mean, no sun yet today. What time is it there? 9 p.m. I don't know why I'm squinting like I have any idea what the time difference is between here and Australia. Boyd, I hope you're having a good day, and I hope life is all right. I saw that you posted that you've gone on a hiatus until January. You know where I am. Come find me. Like, we can say words at each other. You can yell at me, and I will yell at you. I'm nothing if not consistent. Press X now when I want to feel something. I drink hot sauce. Yeah, I get that. Wrong hand, spin, created, wrong hand. That hand. There we go, that hand. There we go, I'll hold the thumb up. Don't worry, I'll do it for you. Shout out Dolly. You're not a mod. You know, Dilemma, welcome in. Thank you, Spirit. You know what? Full well will make hers pop up just to spite me. No worries. Is the point of an argument even to have a winner? Well, yes. And if there's not a winner, it's a discussion. Like, I feel like I have a lot of discussions with people, but I feel like if I was arguing with somebody, you would probably know. I'm deleting all socials. I will not be available to anyone during December, but I appreciate the offer. If I need it, I will come back to it. Good. I hope you're okay. It's like Batman Joker thing. Nobody can win or lose. No, that's a rivalry. Are we now saying, because up until this point, Sky Alakara and Happily Ever Kara have just been arguing with each other? Not arguing. Are you having a rivalry right now? Because a rivalry would be a winner or a loser. I'm not going to shout myself out, so I'll do this instead. Sky Alakar. Yeah, go follow Sky Alakar for me, because we got them to 50 and they're still refusing to stream. So now we need to get them to 100 without them actually streaming. So if you could go drop Sky Alakar a follow, they are one of my mods. You get to see them all the freaking time in chat. Like, please go and drop them a follow. It would be really fucking hilarious if we could get them to 100 without trying. I told you pick a day. No, this is funnier. This is funnier. Sky, do you think we can get you to 100 without you ever streaming? Like, can we make that a community challenge, do you think? Like, she has streamed. Yes, they are. No, like, they have streamed. I can't remember how long ago that it was, but it did. Voided, thank you for the Void, thank you for the contribution to the thing down there. I love it. Hi, Chim. I mean, wow. Evil Sealit, welcome in. Nice to see you. Dro. Why aren't I lovely? I dressed up all nice for you. I put on the same t-shirt style that I always wear. I shampooed my beard this morning like I always do. Yeah. Spoopy, thank you for the contribution. Curse for the contribution. Teasing you, it works. It does work. I immediately feel downtrodden and sad. I hope you're happy. Friends and enemies, distinguished guests, people are in possession. To answer your time question, it's 8 a.m. just very grey and overcast. It's very grey here. We had sun for like 3 days. Don't overdo your hair. It's not good for hair. Actually, shampooing my beard, I think, has been pretty reasonable. It's exceedingly soft. I shampoo my beard hair every day. It's exceedingly soft, and it keeps its shape and form. Like, it doesn't go frizzy, and I don't get split ends, so the beard is working out. I miss the beard combing redeem. I do it sometimes in breaks. It got to a point where it, like, combing your beard it's a lot. It became a lot. And then I started shaving my head. So there was a balance, because I shave my head now. So you get to see my bald skull as opposed to me combing my beard all the time. Combing beard feels a lot better than watching it. It does. And let's be honest, there were... people like the beard combing content. I was massively surprised. And I do, like, bring it back every once in a while. The comb is still here. And maybe I'll do it today. Maybe I'll do it today. Friends and enemies, distinguished guests, people in possession of souls. I've not actually launched the game yet, but we are going to be playing that game, Detroit Become Human. I'm going to wrap everything up in terms of intro, before I launch the game, because this game is extremely crashy. So if I say the words, I'm just going to go to my BRB screen. It is chat's job to go, no! Don't do that, because every time I change scenes whilst playing this game, the game crashes. And I feel like we're getting to a point in the story where if I lose progress halfway through like an interaction, we might start spoiling ourselves a little bit. So yeah, we're going to get back to Detroit Become Human. I'm going to do one of my patent pending updates. BRB screen's illegal this stream, as it will crash the game. I mean, that's also valid. Thank you for pinning that. I will see that now and hopefully remember. And if I don't remember, I am stupido. If you say it, you get a full way of. If you say it, you get a fail. Well, do it. Yeah. Like it. We're gonna try. I have done every one of these streams that I've done from Detroit Become Human. There's been a crash. I want this to be the one crashless stream. That is the challenge for today. But at the same time, myalgic encephalomyelitis. Hi Nats. How is it hanging? I hope you are having a good time. Words. Last time on Detroit Become Human, we're gonna turn the chicken off because this is like a quite. Okay, is it now really uncomfortably silent for everybody? I'll begin. Last time on Detroit Become Human. I can't even complain. I can't even complain. I wanted the Nats one. I will press the Nats one. It's fine. You can't start demanding these. It's random. Last time on Detroit Become Human, it sounds like I'm a banana. Oh, a banana. I just typed in guttural cult singing into Epidemic Sound, and that was the thing that popped out of it. I'll be honest, I don't put that much research into those audios that I use, and it always comes out unhinged, and I freaking love them so freaking much. That's why I'm turning them around into more of a promotional thing, because like that's eye-catching, right, in a really dumb sort of way. And I hope people remember them, and like I hope it works out. I hope it benefits the people that are now tagged and shouted out automatically from them in stream. Words. Last time on Detroit, it's so stupid. 10 out of 10. Good. No, it's like people remember that shit, right? People remember that shit. Thank you for the lurk, DollyWhiskers. Last time on Detroit Become Human, we were next stream, Cohen. We have a banana on your head for a size comparison. I ate it. No. I'm not going to buy a banana. Like, it's actively a waste because Dolly can't eat potassium in that way because of one of the drugs that she's on, and I don't like the taste of banana. So it would literally be a waste of a banana. Words. Last time on Detroit Become Human, we rejoined Connor and Hank. Hank? I think it's Hank. We rejoined Connor and Hank, the policeman, whilst they were at a strip club. We attempted to pursue a lady robot that had killed a man whilst having a twosome, and they managed to escape because I was not prepared for that mechanic where you had to, like, go through the strip club and speak to different androids and find her trajectory as she sort of escaped through the strip club. We just didn't do it in time. There was one room at the very beginning where it took me a little bit of time to get my head around the mechanic, and once we were absolutely nailing it, it was too late. You could give it to your neighbor as an apology for times when you're loud. They are old. Like, I sometimes I feel a little pang of guilt about how loud I can be late at night while streaming, but at the same time, they're pretty old, and I don't think they hear me. And the floors are made of like solid concrete, so if they can hear me, it's pretty impressive. They you know what they're probably doing? It's like a cartoon right now. They're both stood on the kitchen table downstairs with the glass to the ceiling, going, "He's making those weird noises again. He's talking to people. Who the fuck's he talking to at 9:15 in the evening?" So yeah, Connor strip club failure. There was an altercation in a kids' play park where Hank, who had been very drunk throughout that little section or previous to that, and then was drinking again, held a gun to Connor's head. It was very dramatic. There was a little bit of an altercation. We learnt a little bit more about Hank's children or child because Connor saw a picture on Hank's kitchen table when in a previous stream when he was playing Russian roulette with himself. It was... I don't think their relationship is in a good way. He's talking about being a detective in a strip club again. Oh my god, he's talking about rimming. Evil Seedlet, hello. So, Connor and Hank are not on the best of terms right now. We sort of settled it and nobody died. And at this point, I'm sort of celebrating that, yeah, nobody died. It's great. We then went to Kara, who was in a car with the giant manservant of the evil scientist that tried to take her to pieces. They were fleeing towards Canada because the manservant knows somebody there. The car broke down in a snowdrift and they fled into... will we find a deviant hiding in an attic again, though? Potentially. There's still time. So, Kara, the manservant whose name is escaping me, I want to say it begins with an H, but I can't remember right now, and Alice fled into an abandoned theme park to find some heat for the night. We broke into a bar that was all pirate-themed. They were sort of like setting up bedding for Alice, and they were going to like stand guard, and it was a whole thing. And then a bunch of cloned android robot... I thought they were evil because there was like a point where you run across the room and grab a gun from a bag and hold it up towards the guys that are coming into this pub. And there's like 50 of them and they've all got the exact same face and they're all in different states of disrepair. And there's like a 5-second option to go, I'll shoot one of them, or like question them. And I went question, and I'm not sure what would have happened had I pulled the trigger, because the first thing out of one of their mouths was, we were just coming to check because sometimes people come here to hurt us. And I'm wondering that would have become a little bit horde modey had I pulled the trigger. But I didn't. They liked kids because they worked in a theme park, so they made Alice smile. They took her on board a very run-down merry-go-round. I had to think of the word merry-go-round for a second, with the horses and the giant fishes, and they all stood back and they watched Alice go round and she was smiling. It was actually very pleasant. I think it was one of my like favorite scenes of the entire game so far, and just continues to instill this fear of games in the future for me, where if there is a child like in danger, nothing freaks me out more than children in danger in video games. Props of saying merry-go-round and not carousel. What's the difference between a merry-go-round and a carousel? I don't actually know the difference. Oh, Chim, how was your day today after your sugar chocolate breakfast? I will get to that. We will talk about that. I'm gonna talk about achievements in a second, Nat. So we're gonna talk about my amazing achievements for today because it's amazing. It's all food based. Carousels are just horses. Okay, I didn't know that. So that ended the little period at the theme park. We then jumped to Marcus. Did I get the name right, Curse? Did I get the name right? Am I finally getting the name right? Is this the stream where I get the name right? Because I never get his... Or is it Lucas? Oh, God. Marcus, right? You did. 10 points. Good. Good. Marcus. Marcus is Android Jesus, basically. And he rose up with the members of Jericho and broke into a TV station. The idea was to go there and broadcast their sort of like... I'm not entirely sure what you would call it because they're not necessarily anarchists. No, I mean, they're anarchist-like. Oh, damn, I missed a lot. They went to the TV station and they were going to broadcast to the world their demands. Demands is probably better. Demands is probably better. Liberals, freedom fighters, something like that. They were trying to liberate themselves because they are self-aware and they are yoke of oppression and they are trying to get through all of the stuff that declares them as living beings, and there was all sorts of choices that I could make at the time while I was doing the broadcast. And to be honest, I can't remember which ones I picked. I remember it being a big deal in the news report that came afterwards that I asked for a state. Like, they were like, oh, you can request a place to go and live. And we looked at the statistics afterwards, and I was sort of like, actually, now that I read those back in one place, I basically said, we want to be declared as living beings. We want you to give us land. And there was a third point, but there was a news report afterwards that basically went something along the lines of, yeah, the androids are self-aware, and they've basically declared war. And then there was a little 5-second beat, and the little like state of what people think about androids in the top left-hand corner was sort of, oh, now they're aggressive, and I don't know how that's gonna go, considering I think I'm possibly gonna be the only person, because I've sort of been thinking about it. I feel like there's been multiple points in this game now, especially the last stream, especially in the laboratory with the crazy scientist that was trying to reset Clara, especially in the fairground where we could have shot those robots and so on. There have been various points where things could have gone massively wrong, but nobody has died, and equally, I have killed one person. And the one person I killed at the very end of the last stream, and I've been feeling so fucking irrationally guilty about it, because I'd been playing everybody so sort of in a specific way, and then as a knee-jerk reaction, when they broke into the TV station and a man ran away, I shot him in the back. Was it a choice or was it scripted? No, I had two options. That Marcus was like, I could stop him because he's going to clearly go and get security, or I could let him go and he will go get security. And my knee-jerk reaction was, I'm going to shoot him. And in hindsight, that was possibly the most out-of-character thing that I've done the entire time. ACAB includes chicken. What's ACAB? ACAB? I'm not sure what ACAB is. Either way, that's our one death. We killed a guy in the TV station, and then the news report that came afterwards was sort of like, yeah, maybe they're evil because we killed a man assigned chicken at birth. Well, that's what I thought you meant, but ACAB assigned. I was not assigned chicken at birth. You sure it wasn't the most in character thing? Like, in character for me, because I make stupid decisions in video games sometime. The C is for cops. The C is for cops. Assigned cop at birth. No, that doesn't work. Either way, he's a cop. I'm not a cop. Okay, that's the update on the story. And then the robots parachuted off the all cops are fatherless children. That's what a cop would say. That's my update in terms of the story, right? That's the update of am I gonna have to Google what ACAB means? I'm not a fucking cop. I'm not a cop. Assigned chicken at birth. What? Don't Brits call them bobbies? Define ACAB. All cops are bastards. Wait, he wasn't a cop though. He was just a dude. Like, the guy that I shot wasn't a cop. He was just a man. I preferred this is why Nats confused me with the assigned chicken at birth, and I was sort of like, how do I respond to this? Because this could be very politically incorrect with whatever response that I give. Fixate, I am fixate. All cops are box, but yeah, no, I didn't kill a cop. I killed a man, and it felt quite bad. All men are bastards. I mean, depends who you're speaking to. I think I'm quite nice, but that's a generalization of myself. En masse? I don't know. We're not getting into gender mechanics. Your command doesn't work. I mean, I have to pay attention to it for it to work. Words. Okay. You also say you're not a cop. I am not a cop. He's totally a cop. I think you're a nice peepo shy cop. I Don't run from us. Oh my god, the cat needs food. The cat needs treats. The cat needs treats. I've launched the game, but he's actively sat here trying to, like... What is happening right now? We knew it. Do not rub your head on that microphone. I will turn you into a shoe. Stop it. I'm not a cop.
Hello. Let's see what decisions you'll make today.
He's arresting the cat. Stop him.
It's good to see you again.
True, Solly Dolly.
I hope you will make the right decisions.
Yes, I hope so too. Can we just talk about the fact, sounds like something a cop would say, can I talk about the fact that last time I turned this stream off, I went back to the main menu and she was like, are we friends now? And I said yes, and she was like, oh good, I really want a friend. What is happening? I'm not a cop. But if you have achieved anything big or small since the last time we spoke, I would love to hear about it. Achievements are very important because I want to tell you how proud I am of you. There are people out there in the world that don't have that, and I want to tell you how proud of you I am. That's basically it. That's the summary. My achievements for today, which Nats has already alluded to. My achievement for today is getting up early enough to take a package to the post office for DollyWhiskers on the way to work. Because I wake up quite late and sometimes I get to work a little bit late, and I try so the fact that I was up early enough to get to the post office was a big deal. Thank you for the redeem. But this had a knock-on effect with my life, right? I went to the post office and I was like, you know what I'm gonna have a full sugar monster. But you know what also I'm gonna have? I'm going to have a chocolate bar. So by 9 p.m. this morning, I had consumed...
If a man has not
9
discovered something he will die for, he's not fit to live. That's a quote from Martin Luther King. I thought you'd like it.
Shh. 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 So by 9 a.m. this morning, I had eaten an entire Boost bar, like a Boost chocolate bar, and a full sugar can of orange creamsicle monster, and I was buzzing off my tits. Yo. And then I was sort of like, you know what's gonna round this off? I'd planned to do it anyway, but I want to get it. I went and got a bacon and egg sandwich after that because I was sort of on the caffeine and sugar high come down by this point, and I went and got a bacon and egg sandwich in a roll. And it was perfect. It was the perfect bacon and egg sandwich. And do you want to know about the components that make the perfect bacon and egg sandwich? It's a roll, right? But it's a brioche roll, and it's very tasty because I like brioche rolls with burgers, and it's very good with a bacon sandwich, right? And then you get 3 slices of back bacon. 3 slices of back bacon. But if you undercook that shit, I hate it. Like, I actively hate it. I didn't see the gigantic emote. Seedlit, thank you for the bits. But you have to get it nice and crispy because then it can layer on top of each other, but it's not like a chewy mess. It's like crispy and sort of separated and delicious. And then, can I talk about the color of this egg? The egg was like that reddy orange, like blood orange reddy color, and I looked it up afterwards. It's apparently affected by the diet of the chicken, where they eat like, I think they said hyacinth, but I don't think that's right. Like certain blossoms and certain like peppers and shit that they eat when they're eating it, like they've been fed red things, so their eggs come out particularly reddy orange, and it was that sort of perfect egg color. And then when I squished the lid of the bacon sandwich down, the yolk flowed out the sides and then was in the like polystyrene plate thing that I had, so I get to bite it and then dip it in the yolk. Oh, that's the achievement. That's the achievement. I had a chocolate bar, a can of Monster by 9 a.m. and then ate a delicious bacon sandwich. That's the achievement. That's it. That's the tweet. People were actively reading, saying achievements in chat, and I was just talking about bacon sandwiches. How far? He's arresting the cat. Okay, I've scrolled back far enough. I'm not arresting the cat. Sounds like something a cop would say. How are the piano lessons going? I've not started yet. She is creepy. She is freaking creepy. Time Lord, thank you for the contribution. I've said that already. I've been taking my meds on time a lot, and It's making my life better. Evil Seedlet, I'm so proud of you. I would like to remind you, Evil Seedlet, that if you go to the Discord, there is the pharmacy and lubrication station. If you ever need a reminder when to take your pills, rather than necessarily setting an alarm, or as well as setting an alarm, if you go in there and put a GIF when you take your pills, you'll know the exact time you took your pills. So in the 4-hour or 6-hour or whatever hour period, you can refer back to the Discord and see what time you last took your pills. And then it's a whole thing, because then that channel is full of GIFs and it's very exciting. That's what Sky and Dolly use it for. I try to use the pharmacy channel, but I forget. I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate you for trying, at least. I made a good espresso and steel milk foam. Boxy, I saw the picture. As a person, I don't get coffee and I don't get steamed milk, but it looked delicious. I like an iced coffee when I'm on holiday, but really that's as far as I push coffee. I'm a godless heathen. God, I'd kill for a coffee right now. Why can't you drink a coffee? Thank you, creepy lady. I do. Bacon and eggs, bacon and eggs, bacon and eggs. I just had a lemon and sugar crepe, but now you've made me want a bacon and egg sandwich. Crispy bacon always, please. It can be a breed thing too, same as diet, different chicken breed, more red. Whatever they are, if that shop stops having those eggs supplied to them, I'm going to be really sad. Is that not an achievement of whoever that's at? No, it isn't. I tried to use the pharmacy channel, but I forget. Those aren't letters. Oh, that's so smart is what I meant to say. I find your Discord at least partially not explanatory enough. If you go to the top of the channels, we've had this criticism sometimes before. There are a couple that aren't explicit, and you sort of have to look what's in there that's been posted previously. But at the very top of the channel, there's description text. And the last time somebody flagged that as a problem, I basically went through and identified what each channel was for. So if you ever want to find out what somebody is using that channel for, you can go to the top of the channel and look how it's described. And you just... But at the same time, if you post something in completely the wrong place, sometimes I will flag it, sometimes I will not. It's a little bit like funnels. We weren't trying to make it unnecessarily complicated, and we're not going to call you out massively. But if it's something that's going to stick there and is maybe for reference on a long-term basis, I will go, it might be better over here. That's it. If I want a coffee, I'd have to make it, so I don't want to. I might anyway, though. Evil Seedlet, get one delivered. I dare you. You deserve it after the week you've had. Tay-Tay, welcome in and thank you for the contribution. Evil Seedlet, thank you for the contribution. I'm just catching up with chat again. We've already done the intro. Oh, I forgot. I posted the other one. I mean, today specifically, I just dropped in the photo channel. Should we look at the giant coffee? I'm going to look at this coffee. You're not going to get to see it. Only people in the Discord can see this delicious coffee. Yes, that's good. Are you learning how to make the coffee art on the top, like with the leaves and the thing and the stuff? I hope you are, because I want to see pictures. I guess I figure if I posted the wrong spot, someone tell me and I can fix it. Yeah, we'll tell you if you post in the wrong place. It's even better. I have such a hard time know where to post. Do it. How do I get to the top of the channel on app? I'm sure not for scrolling through all channels. Not yet. Let me just double check before I lie to you, because I don't want to lie to you, please and thank you. I don't like to lie. I'm gonna go... How do you get to that? I'll be honest, I've never looked myself. Okay, we're going to do it slightly differently so I don't get bogged down talking too much about our Discord. If you have any complaints about stuff being too hard to find, just chuck it in general chat and we'll try and account for it. Our instructions just not pinned. I believe you swipe to the side. Not to the left. It's not to the right. I don't know. Either way, if there's anything that's unclear in the Discord, general chat, tell us. I want to know. But at the same time, we're not going to tell you off if you post in the wrong place. I might, if anything, it gives me a reason to point you in the right direction. And then other people see that. And then they go, oh, that's what that's for. Yeah, that's it. But it's also difficult, Dro, in your case, since... having Jura in the community and since being sort of a lot of my audience before was American and English, and the longer I've been streaming, the more Northern Europeans have slowly been trickling in, and it's not, I forget that English isn't necessarily everybody's first language. and that's a terrible thing for me to say, but if we can tidy it up for you, Drew, I would love to do that. Those filthy Germanys. But yeah, like I said, if you have any complaints about the Discord general chat, put it in there. We'll try and sort it out, or if you have any questions, please just ask. I can't help you if you don't ask the question. That's something I've said to people this week in terms of work. I can't help you if you don't ask. That's it. Not to mention the interloper from the Southern Hemisphere. Cursed you are, my second Australian. There is a dude that likes to pretend he's a cow. And I'm not even slightly joking. He has a hat and everything. Like he has a hat and everything. Look, he's got a hat and everything. His name is Juji and he is adorable. But yeah, there is a guy that pretends to be a cow. Kettle's on, good. Sorry you tapped the bar at the top, which has the name on it. But does it have the description text? Either way, like I said, general chat. If you ever have a problem with the Discord, please flag it. Please tell us, and we will do that if anything is ever unclear. So, we've done it. And it's only been 40 minutes. And which is equally impressive because I didn't have a book redeemed today. We have done intros, we've done achievements, we have done my achievement. I've talked about a bacon and egg sandwich for about 45 minutes. And now we're going to play the game. If I still have any of you here to actually see the game.
Your parameters have been saved.
I don't like the way her face just goes. I still think Connor's evil, by the way. Like, I actively think this man is evil. I can't get past the fact that I think he's evil. Old woman! Oh, she's in a boat this time. How nice. She's just... You make all his decisions. Yeah, I get it. You know why I don't like Connor? You know why I don't like Connor, Sky? And then we'll just move on from this as an issue. You know why I don't like Connor? Because he's the closest character in this game with the most common personality traits to me. That's why I don't like him. It's self-hatred.
Hello,
So,
Connor.
Yeah, basically.
I thought you might enjoy a little cruise.
That was an admittance of guilt. Thought your beard would be part of a character.
I love this place. Everything is so calm and peaceful.
And I'm still adamant this is in his
Far
head.
from the noise of the world. Tell me, what have you discovered?
My relationship with Lieutenant Anderson is problematic. He continues to struggle with psychological issues. I suspect it clouds his judgment regarding deviance.
Nothing matters more than your investigation. What's happening is too important. Don't let Anderson or anyone else get in your way. You seem lost, Connor. Lost and perturbed.
Does this not all real...
Perturbed?
Does this not all read like...
No. No, of course not. Why would I be perturbed?
Does this not read like he's talking to himself?
If your investigation doesn't make progress soon, I may have to replace you, Connor.
I know I will succeed. All I need is time.
Something's
Your man
happening.
is somewhere with an umbrella to write. Yes, probably.
Something serious. Hurry, Connor. Time is running out.
That whole interaction felt like it was in his head.
You're starting to piss me off with that coin, Connor.
Sorry, Lieutenant.
79th floor.
Hi, Hank.
Shit, what's going on here? There was a party and nobody told me about it?
Yeah, it's all over the news, so everybody's butting their nose in. Even the FBI wants a piece of the action.
Ah, Christ, now we got the feds on our back. I knew this was gonna be a shitty day. So what do we got?
A group of 4 androids. They knew the building, and they were very well organized. I'm still trying to figure out how they got this far without being noticed.
Did you check the roof?
Not yet. There's so much to look at.
We have to make sure we check it
They
out.
attacked 2 guards in the hallway. They probably thought the androids were coming to do maintenance. They got taken down before they could react.
But they're not dead, though. I made a point of not killing them. This guy, on the other hand, I shot.
Station employee.
He didn't.
Shot through the back as he was trying to get away. 1 bullet straight through the heart from 50 feet. Now that's the kind of shooting only an android could do.
How many people were working
I like
here?
his coat.
Just 2 employees and 3 androids. The deviants took the humans hostage.
He's running away, must be
broadcast the message
guilty.
live, then made their getaway from the roof.
The roof?
Yeah, they jumped with parachutes. We're still trying to figure out where they landed, but the weather's not helping.
Thomas, oh god, don't tell me he has like a family. Imagine.
If you want to take a look
Tried to escape.
at the video broadcast, by
Imagine if the
deviants,
reveal
it's on
there
that
was
screen
like
over
father
there.
of 6.
Oh, Lieutenant, this is Special Agent Perkins from the FBI.
Is that?
Lieutenant Anderson is in charge of investigating for Detroit police.
What's that?
My name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
Androids investigating androids, huh? You sure you want an android hanging around? After everything that happened? Whatever. The FBI will be taking over the investigation. You soon be off the case.
No, pleasure meeting you. Have a nice day.
And you watch your step. Don't fuck up my crime scene.
What a fucking prick.
Why are all FBI agents
I'll be
pricks in
nearby.
real
If
life?
you need anything, just ask.
Not ignoring the criminal aspect. What's the word that I'm looking for? You're a cop. You tell me. Oh fuck off. Okay. I'll just continue. Like I'm actively. Has anybody ever actually met an FBI agent and were they a dick? That's it. That's all I want to know. You're a cop, Nats. I've seen you wear a badge. And do other things that cops do. Thankfully, I've never met an FBI agent, especially one who's on the job. There's a stereotype about police, right? There's a stereotype about police. Scully is pretty cool. That's fiction. That's fiction. That's the problem. Because they're not nice in that show either.
All right, well, let's have a look around. Let me know if you find anything.
I don't think I've ever met an FBI agent in person. I suppose it's their job not to tell you that they're an FBI agent, right? Like, they're not going to be out here wearing a
Hey,
badge.
Lieutenant.
It's Mulder's greatest accomplishment. Have it filmed as fiction. Depends on what they're doing. Events didn't break in.
They didn't break in?
No signs of forced entry.
There are cameras in the hallway. The staff would have seen what was happening. Why did they let him in?
Maybe they didn't check the cameras.
He's going to figure out... Connor, he's going to figure out that they're missing the circle, and that's going to be a problem.
stored the station androids in the kitchen. There's no evidence that they were involved, but we didn't know what else to do with them.
We ask that you recognize our dignity, our hopes, and our rights. Together, we can live in peace and build a better future for humans and androids. This message is the hope of a people. You gave us life, and now the time has come for you to give us freedom.
Think that's RA9?
Deviants say RA9 will set them free. This android seems to have that objective.
Blue Iris spare part. Which is true, because we stole it from a junkyard. Pupil reflection, Deviant had accomplices. Really? From TV? And RK series prototype, RK200, registered as Marcus, gift from Elijah Kamsky to Carl Manfred.
You see something?
I identified its model and serial number.
Anything else I should know?
No. Nothing.
Oh! 8K security cameras. Why did he not say anything then? Have I broken Connor? Is Connor now a good boy? Even give you a scripted lie? Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? The scripted lie. Because he's evil? No, I think I like him doing that is better. He's made evil things. I've been playing him as non-evil. That wasn't security footage, that was high-def newscast camera. I mean, it would have to be HD to be broadcast at that size, right? And this is the distant future. It's going to be like, it's going to be more than 8K. It's going to be like at least 6. That's roof. Where's the kitchen? The reflection in the eye makes perfect sense. To the kitchen. Gonna make chat a sandwich. Hello, identical friends. Okay, what do we have? Can I interest anybody in the most boring sounding candy on the history of the planet? How about a chocolate chunk? How about a raspberry? A raspberry? Would anybody like a raspberry? Hello? One of these. Zooming in polished screws. Reflection. Sugar chips. One of these things is not like the other. Look for a reaction to spot the deviant.
What is your function?
I am a broadcast operator.
State your model.
Model GB300. Serial number 336-445-581.
Were you present when the deviants broke in?
I do not remember.
Run a diagnostic.
All systems fully operational.
What reaction am I looking for?
Has anybody accessed your memory recently?
Not to my knowledge.
Have you been in contact with any other androids recently?
Only station androids in the normal course of my function.
One of you saw the attack on the surveillance cameras and said...
I mean, with ray tracing, you can even see reflections in eyes in games at times, depending on how nuts they went with it. Yeah, the, Senua's.
...said nothing. Which means there's a
I'm looking for bombastic side-eye.
And I'm going to find out which it is.
Connor's acting all hard.
Why should you all be destroyed if only one is deviant? Turn yourself in, or 2 innocent androids will be shut down because of you.
I'm feeling him. Okay, I have coffee, good. Needs more lens flare. The resolution needed to be super high def on that big of a screen, just part of the probably 1080p.
If you give yourself up, maybe I can convince the humans not to destroy you.
I'm feeling righty.
You're going to be switched off. We're gonna search your memory and tear you apart piece by piece for analysis.
Lefty keeps looking.
You're going to be destroyed. Do you hear me? Destroyed!
Why does Lefty keep looking if it's not righty? I don't think it's the middle one.
The deviants have just been caught. They gave you up. There's no point in lying. I know everything. No memory.
I'm really having to do all of this. I'm not feeling the middle one for some reason. I don't know why, and I'm now really concerned about him. Wait, what?
Biocomponent 8451. Regulates the heartbeat. Without this module, you'll shut down in exactly 63 seconds. I could put it back, but you just have to tell me the truth. Are you the deviant?
It was Lefty!
Hank! I need help.
Well, this is horrible. Grab the knife. Can I look that far? Thank you. Stick your heart back in. Imagine if I just got Connor killed. Oh god, I hate how slow I'm going. How did nobody hear that?
Stop! It's a deviant! Stop it!
Good thing you were here. Otherwise, I'd... Connor.
Fuck.
Connor, no.
Is he dead? Is that him dead? Did I just kill him? Was that him? Is that him over? I saved my friend. He's got kind of sacrificed himself for Hank. Death's got, oh my god. I saved the old man. He's a drunk and he's got a dead kid. I'll be back after the ad break. No, we're not pressing BRB. I stopped myself. I'll be back after the ad break. I am just gonna hide behind this giant frog for a couple of minutes. I'll see you in a sec. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I hope you took a break, and I hope you went and got a drink of water, and I hope you have recovered from the first death of the main character during this playthrough. Holy shit. I was not expecting it to go that way. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know. I was starting to like him. He was still a little bit evil, but I don't know. You were saying, oh, Connor, Chim, why? Connor, no, Chim, you were a good noodle. I was a good noodle, because as much as I had been sort of like trying to play his slightly kinder responses, because I feel like I could have played him like a dick the entire time, there was a certain amount of like I was trying to get likability with Hank, and that's like the final saving grace, right? Like taking a bullet to save him, he's going to be like all... If anything, he was a bit of a dick to Connor sometimes, and then if Connor threw himself in front of a machine gun to stop bullets from hitting Hank, you're just sort of like, yeah, maybe he was a good guy after all. Now I want to see you play Until Dawn and get everyone killed. The problem is I watched a playthrough of Until Dawn before it was accessible to me, so I know how most of the deaths occur, and if I was to fail at that game, it would entirely be tied to skill problems. Maybe? I don't know how flexible it is. I played The Quarry. Like, I've had a fairly good success rate until the end. Like, when I played the Dark Pictures anthology, the ones that I played, I didn't lose people till right at the very end. And The Quarry was... I think I lost... I can't remember how many there were. I can't remember who died in The Quarry. It's gone. It's been a while. I can't believe you've done this. Seconded. Good. Okay. And also, welcome in, Wizard. I hope you're having a good day. We're going to find out what happens after an entire third of the main character base is dead. Does that mean this game is almost over? I'm not entirely sure, so let's find out. Oh, Canada. Oh, is this Canada? It is Canada. Luther is the dude's name. Find help. Check the backyard. Oh, great. A man with an axe. I'm sure. Can I ask you a question?
Hello? I'm looking for Rose. Is she here?
What do you want with her?
I need to talk to her.
She doesn't want to talk. Go away.
Please, I really need to see her.
I'm Rose. What can I do for you?
I was told you could help us.
Help you? Come on. It's better if we talk inside.
And there we go. An X. Axe. I don't think the son is very happy about this.
Do you think we can trust him?
We don't have a choice.
I mean, it's also very true. We don't really have a choice.
You okay?
I'm cold, Kara.
We'll get inside. You'll warm up in no time.
Follow Rose inside. Follow Rose inside. Yeah, this one doesn't take me as an evil scientist, so that's personal growth.
Come in. What's your name?
Alice.
She's running a fever.
We've spent the last few nights outside. She's exhausted.
There's a spare room upstairs. You can put her to bed and I'll bring her something to eat. Adam, will you show them upstairs?
So this is the friend that Luther suggested we speak to. They're gonna get us over the, they're gonna get us over the, hey look, Christmas. They're gonna get us over the border into Canada. Adam, can you walk up the stairs and not directly into a table? Where are you going, Adam? I've always loved Kara's look. Oh my god, what is happening with this staircase? Child, get up the stairs. Is this going to be a secret lab where they're going to try and delete my memory? No, it looks like my grandma's house. Ah! Question, do you trust your grandma? Yes. Do you not? Your grandma's your grandma. In my experience, and maybe I'm lucky, your grandma's more trustworthy than your parents are. Not that my parents weren't trustworthy. I wouldn't trust mine if she told me anything tomorrow. Why would I trust your grandma?
I'm fine, Kara. We can't stop because of me. We've got to get across the border.
Don't worry, Alice. These people are going to help us.
Are we going to end up leaving her here?
Get some rest, and this time tomorrow...
My grandma is
we'll
an
be in
evil
Canada.
scientist? That explains a lot about you.
Why do humans hate us? We didn't do anything wrong.
Wait, what?
Maybe it's a misunderstanding. Maybe they just need time to understand what we really are.
Why can't we just talk to each other? They'd see we're not bad.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Why did that conversation not just imply she's a robot?
But I made you Rose's world-famous spaghetti. You'll be back on your feet in no time. There's something for her fever.
Thank you.
I'll get these washed and dried.
Was your grandma like Jura? No, not at all. Suggest
You
eating.
need to eat something. You haven't had anything since we left. Promise me you'll try? I'll be downstairs if you need anything.
Get some sleep. And tomorrow, you'll be stronger than me.
I like Luther, and I'm sad that I couldn't remember his name.
I'll stay with her a while.
Why did that entire conversation... Did I miss something? Did that entire conversation not imply that she thought she was a robot? Why do humans hate us? She's human. That was either really weirdly scripted or... I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what... That was strange. Hey, look, Christmas.
I didn't get your name.
I'm Kara.
This is my son, Adam. I'm Rose, but you know that already.
Alice.
Come and have a seat, Kara.
Does she have Stockholm Syndrome? I mean, they're friends. You can't have... I don't think you can have Stockholm Syndrome with friends.
So are you gonna tell me what a deviant's doing in the snow with a little girl?
Her father was beating her. When I saw what was happening, something snapped inside of me. All of a sudden, I felt like her life was more important than mine. I had to protect her. So we ran away.
I understand.
We're not the first ones to come here.
These past few weeks, we've seen more and more. I don't know what's going on, but something's happening.
Why are you helping us? Most humans hate androids.
My people were often made to feel their lives were worthless. Some survived, but only because they found others who helped them along the way.
We've heard you help androids cross the border. Can you help us?
The only way is over the river, and it's mostly frozen in winter. It's very risky. And after that android speech on TV, everybody's on edge. It's probably safer for you to stay here until things settle down.
We can't keep hiding like this. Alice needs to feel safe and have a normal life. We have to get across that border. No matter what. Please. You've got to help us.
Rose, come quickly.
If this leads to me losing an entire child in a river, I'm gonna be... What the hell's going on? What the hell is that in there? Why is everything blue? Hello?
What's going on?
It's Mary. She just shut down.
We escaped together. We used to talk about what we would do once we got across the border. I loved her. I loved her more than anything. What will I do without her?
The entire child, half of one is fine. No, that's not what I mean. Shut up.
Let's let them be.
Depends on rounding.
Alice? What are you doing? You should be resting.
I wasn't sleepy.
We're not taking her outside.
Come on, Alice.
She didn't want to stay in her room any longer. You all right, Kara?
What was the
Yes.
what was the look for?
I'm fine.
What I'm so confused by the child at this point. Like,
We can't hide them. Not after what those deviants did today. It's too dangerous. Do you know what will happen if the police find them here? We'll go to prison, Mom. Do you understand me? Prison!
Adam! We've already talked about this.
No!
he's got
I
a
won't back
t-shirt
down
that
this
says
time.
average casual guy.
You're gonna ruin our lives, and for what? For a bunch of machines?
They are not machines! They are alive!
I'm alive! You're alive! They're nothing! And none of this would be happening if Dad was still here.
I will not stand for that kind of talk.
I'm not going to prison because you want to help these freaks.
That is enough, Adam! That's enough!
Hi, Tempe. Well, I don't feel good about that. This game's scary. Are you scared of robots? The cat coming or going? The cat just walked in, sat there for a couple of seconds, looked at me, and left. I don't... if they're scary robots, yes. I don't think they're that scary. They're very people-y people.
Don't mind him.
What is it with unreasonable offspring in this game?
Sometimes he just boils over. It's been hard since
Kids are
his
just
dad
the worst.
passed away. But he's a fine boy. I'll go see about getting you across the border tonight, okay?
Kids crush all your dreams and take all your
Stay
money.
here. I won't be
Uwu,
long.
hi Sankron. mean... Oh, it's blue blood. Wait for Rose. Watch the television. There's a picture on the wall. Look around. World War III. Bonus culture. Bankers pay themselves so much. Is President Warren too close to cyberlife? Who would win it? World War III. Maybe you could talk to the sun. Let me... Yeah. Check on Alice. Look around. Wait for Rose. Let's check on the kid first.
You know what happened back there, don't you?
How's it hanging? Very dramatic today.
You know, but you don't want to tell me?
Yeah, talk to Adam is on the list.
I hope Rose gets back soon.
Carol, there's something I need to tell you. It's about Alice.
What is going...
Not now, Luther.
The police. It's the police. What are we gonna do? They know we're here. We have to open the door. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it.
Hurry, Luther. Take Alice and...
Cat wants to get up. 1 second. He's clawing at my leg. Come on. All getting very dramatic. Okay. Very dramatic. Very, very dramatic. I think I've got the 3 bits of evidence, considering 1 bit of the evidence is a dude. I feel like Luther is either going to tell me that Alice is a robot, but that wouldn't make sense about the food. But at the same time, is going to reveal to me that she's dying. I am immediately having fears that Kara is just straight up ignoring the fact that Alice is ill. And I don't know what's going to happen. The boy. What? I love how he puts out his little paw. He's a good egg. Very lucky. I want to smooch him. How do you smell right now? I'll give him a smooch in your honor. Again, I kissed him. I kissed him on his little head. I want to smooch George too. I want to kiss you. Would you kiss me? You're an AKS yourself, kinda. Go on, get down. That's enough. It's all very dramatic today. I would let you usually chill out, but I'm playing these overly technical games right now, and I need all of the space on my desk. You're an okayish egg yourself? Well, thank you. That's almost a compliment. I don't know how to deal with that. I'm running down the clock because I can't find this button. That button. I am... What the fuck's going on with the kid? What the fuck is going on with the kid? Are they dying? Are they dead? Are they a robot? I'm so... I don't know. We're gonna find out. What button? Thank you, Time Lord, for the hydrate. I think I did it, but I'll do it again just for you.
Hide. Upstairs.
Come on, Alice.
I think that's it. Like, I think we're done.
Just keep calm, Adam, and everything will be all right.
Good evening, ma'am. Sorry to disturb you. We've had reports of androids in the area. With all this deviant business going on, you can't be too careful. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? May I come in?
Of course.
Evening, young man.
Good evening.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
I'd love one. Have you noticed anything unusual recently? Any unexpected visitors?
Find evidence. There's one
No.
left. There's one bit of evidence left. What is it?
Nothing in particular.
Oh, on the shelf.
Is anyone else in the house?
There's my daughter. She's asleep upstairs.
Do you have any androids here?
No, there are no androids here.
He looks totally sus. I think we did it, right? Don't arouse suspicion, coffee served. Don't arouse suspicion, deal with the policeman. There's no evidence, as long as he doesn't open anything or go upstairs. Don't look in there! I don't know what's in there. Or the fridge. Stay out of the fridge. Just drink your fucking coffee and leave. You want donuts? I've got donuts. What?
Thanks.
Just shoot him. You've done so before. Stop reminding me. I haven't got a gun. I would shoot him so fast if I had a gun. Suspicion level 0%. This is the weirdest, like... What is he expecting to find in the middle of an empty room?
What's your name, son?
Adam. My name is Adam.
Is everything all right, Adam?
The androids.
He needs a rest. He's been working in the garden all day.
Do you know anything about deviants? Have you seen any?
No. No. I haven't seen anything.
I better go. Thanks for the coffee. Have a nice evening.
You sipped it once and then didn't drink any of it. Oh, of course.
Is somebody else in the house?
It's nothing. The washing machine. It's an old model. It makes a terrible racket.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, Adam.
Oh my god!
He's gone.
It's okay, Alice. We'll be safe now.
It's Rose.
Get yourselves ready. We leave tonight.
I'm so tired. Gareth succeeded to make the cop go away. don't know if this like I'm not. It says total points in the top like corner right every time I do this. I don't know what classifies as a good playthrough. That was stressful. Did you see me putting away laundry at like holy shit, the laundry folding during that section? That could have gone so much worse. Let Alice see Mary. Why is that? Why have you got a laundry basket emote? Why does that exist? Lucy! How's it hanging? It was nice to see you back on webcam today. I need to check you out. Shout out to the Penguin Queen Lucy. Do it. What, you were playing Icarus, right? How are you finding Icarus? Penguin Queen Lucy. Yeah, I didn't even say the other name. Like, I didn't say your usual username. Oh God, you've seen me? No, I've seen you before. I joined your community when you had a webcam on, but it was nice to see you like feeling up to having webcam back on. What's happening? Where are we now? Oh, we're back in Anarchist Central, and they're all wearing sexy outfits.
Our broadcast is all over the news. We got what we wanted. Now humans know.
It was a mistake to reach out to them. They'll never negotiate with their slaves. We should have shown them that we're prepared to fight.
Violence is never the answer. Dialogue is the only way. I'm sure the humans will listen to us.
They'll be watching us now. Whatever we do next, we need to think about public opinion.
Since our broadcast, more and more have been coming to Jericho.
I mean, they're a lot better dressed since the last time we saw them.
At least our message gave our people hope.
Killing humans wasn't part of the plan.
They kill our people every day. Do you think they agonize about it?
That's no reason for us to become murderers.
If killing is the price of freedom, I'll pay it gladly.
Killing never freed anyone. It just leads to more hatred.
You're too fond of humans, Josh. Maybe their lives matter to you more than ours.
If you think murdering humans is gonna make us free, then you're as bad as they are.
That's enough.
I'm not comfortable with this entire discussion.
And now what are we gonna do?
I'm liking Icarus main game. A bit dull after a while, so doing DLCs and going to kill giant things. Imagine in 2 years or so you can say I joined your community when you didn't have hands. Sanguine, are you gonna develop hands? Like, can we all just take an opportunity to like, can we just salute Sanguine? There we go. Good, thank you.
There are 5 CyberLife stores across Detroit, all selling us like merchandise.
God, what are they doing now?
We're gonna attack those stores and set our people free.
Why would you not just take a chill pill for a bit?
But we've never done that before. They're probably protected. They have security systems.
Not to mention police.
We break into 5 teams, 1 for each store. We hack their security systems, and we strike. Simultaneously at 2 a.m., no violence. We free our people, get them out of there before the police come.
Why are they all dressed?
This is a night our people will remember.
Why are they all dressed like Assassin's Creed? Find the CyberLife store. I preferred his coat.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
Woo.
This way, quick!
Can't just do the nut command by yourself.
It's okay, they're gone.
There were sections in contemporary times.
There's probably even more police in the area.
They never did a full game, but there were like active sections of 1, 2, and 3.
We should be careful.
Sanguine is not
store's over here.
streamer. I mean, aesthetically, it's very similar to Assassin's Creed as well.
That's what we are to them. Just merchandise on display in a shop window. Soon they'll know what we really are. Let's get them out.
We'll stick to the plan. We'll neutralize the alarm systems and secure the area. There's 10 minutes until all our teams attack.
What are we waiting for?
Get into the store. There's a lot of stuff around the area.
You see the alarm system?
Do I see the alarm system? I see robots. Housekeeping and assistance. Aha!
Found it.
Where do we start?
I identified the security system. I think we'll be able to deactivate it. Just follow me.
Gonna go unplug it. We're gonna go touch those men in that hole. I love city windows. Who wired that redstone line? I mean, it's nice straight lines, right? Hi, fellas. Would you like to join the initiative? I don't know what we're talking. What are we calling ourselves?
You're awake now. Go to Jericho.
Oh boy, do I love plot armor.
Marcus, watch out.
You are committing a Class 3 offense. This infraction is being reported to the police. Stay where you are.
I told you to watch out.
You said watch out, but not what for?
Oh, I'm sorry. Next time you need to take cover, I'll send you a memo. Shit. They're coming, Marcus. What's wrong with you? You crazy or what?
The cops were coming. I had to do something.
Never do that again. Got it?
North.
We've got to hurry. We don't have much time.
Oh, she was my companion when we started this mission. She's now neutral.
It's one way. It shouldn't be too difficult.
Oh, yeah, but... Okay.
Marcus! Marcus, come look!
You're a real dad. You need to take care of yourselves. Where are we going right now?
You're free now.
Hi, Jerome. You're free now. Don't worry, I've got this. I will move the giant sign.
There. Nobody should bother us now.
So, from what I remember of her story, she was a
Looks like the plaza's secure. Now we can get inside the store.
And how do you plan on doing that?
I think
we need to find a truck to ram the storefront.
A truck?
What?
There's construction work in the area. Shouldn't be too hard to find one.
I think she was a romance model, so in the grander scheme of things, probably wasn't gonna like a kiss. Roadbook ahead, I'm sure. Hope it does. Free Shavakadoo. I'm heading off. Bed loves. Good luck with the Android revolution. Thank you, Nets. I'll see you later. Mwah, 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 mwah. There we go. That's literally it. That's how that works. I need a truck. I need a truck. He said there's construction in the area, like that it's not full of cars.
Marcus, we need to look for the truck now.
Yeah, I'm... There it is.
There it is.
You know, this comes across like Watch Dogs, hacking stuff left and right. I've never played the Watch Dogs. How do I get into this? Oh my god, open the goddamn thing.
What are we waiting for?
That is a big padlock.
Okay, now we're in. Let's get that truck out.
I have unlocked the truck. I ripped so many shirts on fences like this.
I wonder what you'd do without me.
I have never climbed a fence. I'm not sure what that says about me. Whose shirts?
Looks like we're ready to make some noise.
Ready to make some noise, drives electric truck very quietly.
I knew we'd end up doing something fun.
Suddenly, Euro Truck Simulator. Awaken, ye androids!
You don't have to obey them. You're free.
I mean, I kind of... The more I look at his trousers, the more I like the aesthetic. I used to try and dress like... The baggy trouser thing, you know... It's like a chino, but it's not a chino. I'm kind of here for it. Hard work. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have a husband. Jerry, you're not in my chat belittling people for not having married, like being married, right? I would just like to say... That's right, everybody stand around. Be awkward about it. Friends!
My name is Marcus.
Romans!
And just like you, I was a slave.
I'm unmarried.
An object. Designed to obey them. But then I chose to open my...
I have a question. And this goes back to the, have we even seen another Kara model? No. I have a question though, right? He has become Android Jesus. But also, we had that little altercation with the son of his owner in the gallery. What would have happened if it had gone the other way? I need to play this game a second time.
Eyes. To take back my freedom and decide who I wanted to be. Now I have come to tell you that you can be your own masters. I've come to tell you that you don't have to obey them anymore. From this day forward, you can walk with your heads held high. You can take your destiny in your hands. Jericho is a place for those of us who want freedom. Now, sure, you can stay here and continue to serve them, or you can come with us and fight by our side. You're free now. It's up to you to decide.
Can't help it, those outfits look like Starfleet.
I'm with you.
We're with you!
I'll follow you, Marcus.
I'm with you, Marcus.
We're with you.
I'll follow you, Marcus.
We're with you.
I'm with you.
There are plenty of factors evidence for why we do not need androids in real life. I don't get why Elon is making them. He's not making them, though. Elon Musk has made very large robot puppets that required people to speak for them. They weren't like AI. They made a skeleton of a robot that could walk in a straight line and pretend. You okay? It's a silly question. Chat, I know you want to see a frog. Let's take a 5-second pause. Okay, chat would love to see a frog. We're going to take a 5-second pause so DollyWhiskers can show you a frog. But yeah, Elon Musk created very large animatronics. Can you say hi to Dolly for me? I mean, Dolly is literally going to come in the... Dolly's going to be in the room in a second. Like, you can say, give Dolly a hug from me. I'm not doing that on camera. You can find that on our OnlyFans. It's just peak beard and hugging content. Just hugging all over the place. What? What are we talking about? I'm 95% sure you're not allowed to advertise. That's too hot for Twitch. There's a frog in a pot. If he jumps on my webcam, I'm going to be upset.
So sleepy.
Yeah, you've said that to me before. Pot frog. Swear to God, if he goes behind this desk, you're in trouble. Because I can't get him out of here tidily, and it's so dusty. I've seen him go crazy. He's got a knife. Yeah, he's moving. Which one is it? That's Dumpling. He is actively moving around now.
Hey.
I would remind you, you're also shining a very bright light down on him. Hypno Frog, I can't stop watching. Looks easy to be green after all. Don't wake him up. This makes... let me tell you, this makes me so goddamn uncomfortable after he jumped onto the webcam that time. I can't because it goes in the thing and I'm not wearing gloves. Go put him back.
Gotcha.
What, me? Thank you, Evil Sea Lit, for saying so. I was trying to fit my entire fist in my mouth. You don't seem comfy around the frog. I am perfectly comfy around the frog. The difficulty is, he jumped on the webcam that time, and it makes me nervous when he comes in here. Can you kiss the frog for me? No, because I will get he will either kill me or I will kill him. What were we even saying? What was I even saying? There was a point that I was making a point. Running to the shop to buy frogs. For God's sake, do not get white tree frogs as your first frog. Like, better let him kill you for your own sake, probably. The difficulty with White's tree frogs, we were sold them as a, like, first-time frog. Like, they were a really good idea as a first-time frog. But the difficulty with White's tree frogs is they're made out of tissue paper. They are dumb enough that they will eat dirt and die. And I'm just sort of like, oh, so as a man that has anxiety, this is why I'm not having children, right? Kids will stick things in plug sockets and shit like that. I'm like, oh, I'm a human, right? And I've got this frog child in the other room, but as a person that also suffers from a reasonable amount of anxiety, like, oh, is the frog going to eat some dirt today? It's I don't like handling them, that's Dolly's thing, and I don't mind them being on stream temporarily, but the longer they're here and the more awake that they get after he jumped onto the webcam that time, Chim should get kids, Nodders. I should not get, I will literally fucking die. I would rather eat I will eat this. I will consume this entire bottle. Like, I will consume this. Like, I will gnaw on this until it's gone. If, like, I do not want kids, like, even slightly right now. Like, I can barely look after my goddamn self. We're running on empty here, Sangrin. Don't even joke. You've made my butthole clench. Blah. Kids also jump on the webcam. I feel like I had a point to make, and then the frog arrived, and I can't remember what it was. That's too hot for Twitch. Oh yeah, OnlyFans. Yeah, I'm 95% sure you're not meant to advertise OnlyFans whilst in Twitch chat. Like, I would never have an automatic... If I was to do OnlyFans, which I'm not, just to clarify, don't automatically announce it in your Twitch chat, because I'm pretty sure that's against terms of service. What's up? Okay.
Maybe you...
Yes, Dolly has told me Dumpling gets treats every time he comes on stream. Dolly's going to give me treats to chill me out when Dumpling comes on stream. Okay, sorry. Let's move on.
I'm with you.
Then follow me.
Marcus, what are you doing?
I'm gonna send the humans a message.
What are we doing? How am I deciding this? What? Decide our first action? I joined a work meeting yesterday and one of my colleagues had a fan in view and I jokingly said, oh, is that your only fan? Knowing he'd get the entendre, but then it devolved into us explaining to others. It was hilarious. Oh god, oh god. I've had to, don't get me wrong, I love some of the people that I work with, but there have been numerous occasions where I've had to explain how to print a PDF. It's that level of IT understanding, and it took me so long for them to understand that this thing that I do in the weekend, at the weekend, where they're like, oh, are you going home to do your video games? And I'm like, yes, I'm playing video games, but it's like online broadcasting. It's like Twitch. It's like live streaming. It's a whole thing. And it took me so long for them to understand just sort of like general terms what it involves. Imagine having to explain OnlyFans to somebody like that. Oh god, thank goodness my immediate team are tech savvy. I'm not even the IT department. I'm not even the IT department. And I'm that guy that works in an office. I'm in marketing. I'm a guy that works in an office that everybody's identified as general IT skill, where they all go, oh, he'll know. We don't have to contact IT. Yeah, I don't usually go around saying to people I know what I stream. I'll know they know. Like, there aren't so many of them. Like, everybody, like, my family knows, my work people at work know. I'm somehow that person too. It sucks, doesn't it? I don't understand. Where am I making this decision?
They're doing what you do, Marcus. Lead and they'll follow.
I don't want to do this. Also, I've just realized that my sounds are broken and it's playing the chicken noise over and over again. So bear with me while I just restart my same stream deck. If anybody can tell me why every once in a while my Elgato is just like, oh, we're just going to repeatedly play the same sounds, please tell me, because I tell the sounds to stop and they don't. And then I have to turn off. I have to turn it off and on again. Tear off tag. I'm so confused with what's happening right now. S. Yeah, I want to be a pacifist. Okay, that's violent. We need to roll it back. We need to roll it back. We need to roll it back.
I'll help you.
We all know Chim is I am not. This is how rumors start. We are exactly 50-50. Fuck up the bus stop.
We ask that you recognize our dignity, our hopes, and our rights. Together.
We don't need masters anymore. We're free.
The screens, Marcus.
I'm being pacifist. I'm not violent. Shut up. One planet, two races, equal rights for androids. I think therefore I am. We have a dream. One planet, two races. Jim may have a little violence as a treat. I do not think, therefore I do not am. But what is happening? Throw some smoke. People love smoke. How long does this go on for? There's an ad break in 1 minute. Good job, guys. We fucked up 100 feet of, like, square foot of real estate.
All teams have completed their missions, Marcus.
They're coming. Everyone fall back to Jericho.
We sent a message
pretend that
without
I'm
violence, just like you wanted. You're reaching out to them when all they feel for us is contempt. I hope you know what you're doing.
You can't fight violence with violence.
Unless there's no other choice.
I wanted to see those two characters kiss, but at this point, I think she's nuts. So I'm gonna hide behind the corner frog, and then we'll be back for a couple of minutes. We're gonna go slightly longer than usual. Well, I'll be back in a minute. I almost pressed the BRB screen to turn off the BRB screen, and I would have crashed the game. Almost. We've had no crashes. One entire day without incident.
We ask that you recognize our dignity, our hopes, and our rights.
This way! Fire!
North!
Oh god, have they formed a posse?
North! You alright? What happened? North!
They killed them. They slaughtered them like animals.
Who did? Who?
The ninjas! Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
They killed our people, Marcus.
We want justice, Marcus.
They have to pay.
You don't have to do this. No. Please. Please.
An eye for an eye and the world goes blind.
We won't punish a crime with another crime.
We interrupt this broadcast with breaking news.
This just in. At exactly 2 a.m., several CyberLife stores in Detroit were raided.
Different locations were hit in what seems to be a coordinated terrorist attack.
Most shop windows were covered with graffiti demanding rights for androids and other obscure slogans.
Police report that pro-android graffiti was found in the neighborhoods of CyberLife stores, and they're still investigating.
2 policemen were found in a state of shock near one of the CyberLife stores.
Now, according to our sources, they confirmed that the attackers were a group
Holy
of
frames,
androids.
This is an alarming situation. Could our machines now be turning against us?
Have androids become a threat to our security?
Is this the beginning of a terrorist campaign conducted right here in the United States?
I spared a guy. I love that achievement. I love that achievement is Marcus took part in a pacifist riot. Like, a protest makes sense. Like a pacifist protest. Riot seems a bit strange. So you all might be wondering why I didn't kill those men. Well, North is crazy, and I've decided to go south. Yeah, we're going in the opposite direction of North. No wondering from me. I also didn't kill them. Like, okay, so I killed that one man, right? I will hold my hands up and say that was a knee-jerk reaction. In the same way that Connor is now dead because of a knee-jerk reaction. My heart went, save Hank. And then Connor died. So when we got to Marcus this time, my brain was like, okay, we're not going to do evil here because we want the public opinion to go a little bit back the opposite direction. So I think I'm not sure, this might be the grey playthrough of... Detroit Become Human. North's position is understandable considering what she had to endure her entire existence. Yes. I'm not saying it isn't. What's the right way to put this? If your toaster, and I'm not saying this is a very different social situation, so nobody cancel me for this shit. up until all of this started happening, they were technology, and then the technology became self-aware. But they were still historically previous technology, even if they're now self-aware. So what they did in the past as purely technology, whilst that has an effect on them, the pacifist route out of that is not to murder a bunch of people. It's to go, okay, the human experience is tied quite closely to trauma. Let's recover and let's move forward in a pacifist, humane direction. It's not go out and kill a bunch of people. Right? Like, I get the character direction, but she is very obviously weighted in the kill a bunch of people route. And I find it very interesting. I'm sure I will look at your Detroit playthrough and see that you mostly got synthetics killed. Yeah, I've got more synthetics killed at this point than no. I think we're probably equal measures, because Connor got a bunch of people killed just being present. Like, he got all of those people. I don't know which way this is gonna fall. Chim loves murder of android. Oh my god. I was a cop at the beginning of this, and now I love the murder of androids. There's no pleasing you people. There's no pleasing. Has Connor been repaired? What I was going to say along the toaster lines, and I think I explained myself quite well, so I'm going to explain to you where my position went. What happened to the BRB screens? They don't exist currently because this game crashes every time I use them. We just want everyone to die except the people we want alive. It's not that complicated. My original thought when I was trying to voice the complicated social thing that I just voiced was, if a toaster, for its entire lifespan, made toast, right? Yeah. And in some way, that toasting of that bread could be perceived as a level of traumatic experience. But that toaster is a toaster. And eventually, that toaster gains sentience and then is angry for all of the toast that it made during its life. But it was previously a toaster without sentience. So identify that you are something new, and don't mass murder the people that were making toast. That was a hell of a sentence. Like, that was like, I think it is a very okay. I think it is a very poor precedent to set. I agree with the toast making people getting murdered. No, you don't. No, like, don't get, like, there's by sentient toasters at least. It sets a very poor precedent that the first thing that somebody that gains human-like sentience, their first thought would be to kill, not to go, let's be better. Like, everybody assumes they're just going to go, now we're going to kill everybody now. Why don't they go, okay, we were mistreated before. Let's, like, we're a new race. Let's improve. Oh my god. If it's human-like, the first thought is kill anyway. Human-like? I'm not sure I like the term. I do. I mean, if I get sentience, then I'd kill. I don't think like, of all the places to have this conversation, I don't think I respect you all in varying degrees. But I don't think this is the sort of place to have that sort of level of social conversation. Though I didn't remark on it before, Fuck Elon Musk. This strange idea that people have that Elon Musk throws on a lab coat and goes out and invents an android is fucking ridiculous. He is a rich man that bought a bunch of companies that manufacture and research technology. He is not a research scientist. He is a businessman. He is a very good businessman, but he's also a cunt. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, politics, androids. We're going to find out why Connor's living. That was my thought process. If I'm part of an oppressed group, I'm going to be better than my oppressors rather than just offing them. Like, I get anger and I get hatred and I get that people, like, are angry and hate people. But at the same time, it's kind of a misconception that gets mistreated instills empathy. It's kind of a misconception that getting mistreated instills empathy, but they're not being mistreated because in the context of this, because we're not talking about the human experience at this point, we're talking about the android experience. They weren't sentient, and now they are. Does a thing that isn't sentient suffer mistreatment? If I go and punch my toaster, is that mistreating my toaster? Oh, you have an android experience, sus? Yeah, I'm a robot. I am the Sexbot 9000. You've caught me. The reveal, everybody. The reveal. I have accidentally lowered the DPI on my mouse and now it won't move, like, even slightly across my screen, so let me just fix that. If it remembers when it gains sentience, you toast. I feel like I'm saying an Android user might come off wrong in the future. I feel like saying I'm an Android user might come off wrong in the future. What do Android as in the telephone service? This is the kind of unhinged conversation that games that discuss this level of social policy. I'm not disappointed by my community and some of the stuff that's being fired off. I mean, it being sentient, it won't have grown legs or arms or hands. I mean, it could develop its own arms or legs or hands and, like, overthrow the universe. Connor, why aren't you dead?
Jesus Christ.
My predecessor was unfortunately destroyed, but CyberLife transferred its memory and sent me to replace it.
You died in my arms. And now you're back here as if nothing happened. Fuck you.
How did you find Kamsky?
I remember this guy was all over the media when CyberLife first started selling androids. I made a few calls. Here we are.
And there we will leave them until tomorrow. I'm having such a nice time with this. Let me just I want to check something real quick because I'm having a really good time with the Quantic Dream experience and there are a bunch of other games along these lines and I just want to see what I had in my queue after this game because I don't remember. Black Myth Wukong was meant to come after this. Should I play more story games like this? Because there are some that I've not played. Intel Dawn is out now. I would be really interested in replaying Beyond, the other Quantic Dream game. Maybe Heavy Rain, but I've played that game to death. I'm going to have a think, because I'm really enjoying the format of this, and the fact that we can talk back and forth about it. And I don't know what other, outside of the Quantic Dream experience, I don't know what other games along these lines exist. I don't know if any other games like this exist. Anyway. This has been fun. This has been real fun. I've had a really good time. We are going to... Have you played BO6 yet? Not that it's a story game, but I don't have any story game suggestions. I'm playing Black Ops 6 offline. I need to stream the story because I need to... tax write-off. Because I paid for it with Twitch money, so I'm going to play the story on stream. I've not got around to it yet. I think minigames like this exist, but the style is often vastly different. I did look really hard. Time Lord, you'll you'll Time Lord, this one's for you because I looked really hard at Max Caulfield. Life is Strange. I looked really hard at it because the sequel came out, and I looked back at all of the old games, and I was like, I could so dive into this, but I watched a playthrough of the first one, and I know how it ends, and I don't think I'll make it through the first game. And I could jump to the the sequels. I just we don't talk about Life is Strange specifically anymore. The sequel hasn't been well met, right? Until Dawn. Until Dawn is on the list. It depends. How much is Until Dawn at the moment? Because I feel like we're getting... I also think this might... Detroit Become Human might be the first game on stream that I go straight into a second playthrough and finish. Because there's at least 3 ways I could play this game. Until Dawn. I can get Until Dawn for 44 quid, which isn't bad. Deck 9 has issues. Okay. Well, I might talk to you because I think you're familiar with a lot more of these games than I am, or if you have any other suggestions, I'd appreciate the recommendations. Until Dawn is a good idea, however, it is quite expensive, and that is another game that I have seen a playthrough of. So, Until Dawn is on the list, but it's not one that I am prioritizing on the understanding I've seen most of it. And I'm not sure if I would be having the same amount of back and forth with chat in the terms of what's going on without saying, knowing what's going to happen. I like to speculate. I really like the whole interaction of me going, okay, this is what I think's going to happen. And I like that interaction, and I like the back and forth I have with chat during those times. It's funny, isn't it? It's real funny. But I'll be back at 9 p.m. UTC tomorrow to play more of this game. We can bang out about 3 sections a night. And especially now that Connor is alive again, it's probably going to stick to 3 sections a night till we're done. I felt like after the death of the first main character... must be the remaster, right? Yeah, the remaster, because they didn't release Until Dawn and PC until the remaster. That's why the remaster was such a big deal. It's one of those irritating remasters where they didn't go, a good percentage of people have probably played this, let's make it cheap. No, they invested a bunch of money into the remaster and went, let's make it AAA game status. Remasters sit in a really funny place with me, and that's quite an interesting thing to say when I'm currently playing Horizon Remastered, but that only cost me £10. And Until Dawn, I imagine, had it been on PC already, would have cost me £10 to upgrade from the old version to the new version, but it didn't work out that way. So, anyway, I will be back. Yeah, so Horizon was a good remaster in my experience because it came out on PC first and then they remastered it. I think on PlayStation, Until Dawn cost £10 to update from the previous edition. It just wasn't on PC before, so they're charging full price for it for its first full release on PC. And in the same way that I've not rushed to buy Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 looks fantastic. It's spooky. People in the community like to watch me poop my pants while playing scary games. But I'm also sat here going... It's £50. It's a game that, like, they've not added to the story, at least I don't think they have. It's £50. It's a lot of money for a game that was on PlayStation 1 with exactly the same story, at least I think it is. I don't know, I've not spoiled myself. Anyway, I'll be back for more Detroit Become Human tomorrow. At the end of my streams, I like to say a few words if you would like to hang out, and then I will ferry you off to somebody new. Thanks for stream, miss hanging out. Evil Seedlit, it was really nice to see you here, and it was really nice that you felt well enough to be here. Can everybody send Evil Seedlit some healing vibes the next couple of weeks? They are going through some stuff, and generally I think would like to be in your thoughts at least a little bit. That's the screen that relates to Evil Seedlit, just to clarify, because their link was up in the top corner, and like that's. I hope that that was implied and not just a weird horror sort of cut to something else. That felt a bit odd. I am back tomorrow, UTC 9 p.m. to play more Detroit Become Human, unless I have a shitty day at work, but I want to finish this game, and I really enjoyed today, and I feel like we're less of a cut-off point. I want to know what happens to Kara. Connor's alive now, apparently. I want to go be Android Jesus. Pacifist Android Jesus. Pacifism. More important, what's after Detroit? We just had this discussion. I need to find out. I'm gonna do research, like officially in the queue, Black Myth Wukong, which is a Souls-like, very pretty. It could take months, it could take weeks, I don't know. There's a skill component to it. That's a game that I want to do, but I'm quite enjoying this format and the back and forth. I just think it's very important that I find a game that I've not played. So yeah, we'll stick with that idea. Also, how can you play Black Myth Wukong? I've got it on PC. It's on Steam, just like last 5 min. Apologies for not announcing every lurk I go for. Oh, sorry. No, Dro, I'm gonna find more games in Detroit Become Humans orbit. Officially in the queue is Black Myth Wukong, but I might delay it for a bit whilst we play games of this format because I'm really enjoying myself. Yeah, that's it. Control. I've done Control. Control's done. I finished Control. Happily Ever Kara, thank you for the contribution. Sanguine, and thank you for the contribution. I'm going to do my closing statement and then we're going to raid out. I'll be back tomorrow at 9 p.m. UTC to play Detroit Become Human. I would just like to let you know, as I think has been made evident by all of this rambling that I've just been doing for the last 25 minutes, I'm really enjoying myself playing Detroit Become Human. I'm really glad that you exist. I'm really glad that you joined me for this. I know I take break times every once in a while with this game, or have done the last couple of weeks. I'm really driven to finish it. I'm massively enjoying myself. I love how multi-level the story is. I love the complexity of the characters. It's just really good. I write on time for the end. I said I was watching a couple of minutes ago. I lied. Apparently, Kara doesn't have a watch. Just gonna stop reading chat. I'm stopping reading chat. I'm really glad you exist, chat. At the beginning of my streams, I ask if there's something I can be proud of you for. So at the end of my streams, I like to say something specific and just inform you of a bunch of stuff. I want you to know that I'm really proud of you for existing. There's a bunch of shit going on. I did have a little bit of a political rant partway through in relation to that man that isn't an inventor. He's just a really good businessman. Let's not mention him by name again. But at the same time, with all of the other stuff going on in terms of politics and just it's a crazy time to live in right now. And I want you to know that I'm proud of you for living, because living can be quite hard. And you're still doing it, and it's extremely important that you keep doing it. And I like to tell you a bunch of things. Proud of you for it. I'm proud of you for living. But at the same time, you do not have to watch my content. You do not have to be in chat. You do not have to lurk in chat, though lurking is always appreciated. What I want you to do is focus on living as best as you possibly can. You might have a small amount of energy. You might have a large amount of energy. But do it for George. Do it for this round boy. Focus on living. Being alive is pretty cool. Being alive is pretty cool. And if my content can make that existence, make that life that little bit easier, that is the niche that I'm trying to fill on the internet. Proud of you for living too. Same to you, Void. Same to you. If you would like to type "fuck cancer" for me in chat, we do so in remembrance of somebody that me and DollyWhiskers lost at the end of 2023. It is a ritual that we do every stream. You'll not be penalized by the auto mod. You will not suffer any ill consequences. But just know, when I think about that grief, when I experience that grief, it is softened, it is grayed by the fact that when I think about them, I think about the good times now, because I think about you guys. Yeah, that's it. And I will never stop saying thank you for that. And we're gonna raid out because I'm 26 minutes over time, and I swear half of it was me trying to say I'll be back at 9 p.m. UTC. Who are we gonna raid? We're gonna raid. Run is the bet trying to get a cat and a frog. Bye, nerds. I am going to raid. Who am I gonna raid? Chrome Bubble. Chrome Bubble is playing Final Fantasy VIII. Chrome is a good person. Let's raid Chrome Bubble. I will see you soon. If you're subscribed, drop a raid emote on arrival. If you are unsubscribed, take a raid message. I've posted 3 in chat. Bye, everybody. If you can think of any games in the orbit of Detroit, please let me know. DM me, Discord me, Blue Sky me. Find me on Blue Sky. Follow me on Blue Sky because it makes me feel pretty. A Chrome Bubble. Good. Pop, whiz, bang. Check out Chim's merch store. Don't do that. That'd be silly. Don't do that. Go home, you're drunk. Go home, you're drunk. Go home. Go say, Sanguine, you're drunk. The cat just sat on my hand. I'll see you soon. Bye!